trying to that's the wrong way, back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause I can't name that. Dummy. Tryna come slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna come slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Hands it off out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. In motion left is Mitchell. From the 50, here's Fields. Connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
3rd down and 10. Now Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Now Jackson. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Passed, and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Change it.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
In motion, the tight end. Jackson. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here now, 2nd and 4. Caught on a slant. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Out of the gun, Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. And go ahead and set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson going underneath. Gibbs has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Jackson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the gun, here's Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the look. In motion goes the tight end. Jackson now. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. A give right side for Gibbs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. Fields. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A shotgun snap. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Adonai Mitchell. 38 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against them. Have to know where you are on the field.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. This is 2nd and 8. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now 3rd down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they take a knee. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Gibbs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Hand off now to Gibbs. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on down.